What up, everybody? It's Seaneleous back in the Basement Arcade. Thank you for watching this video. Was on a little bit of a hiatus, but now I'm back. Thank you, everybody who's still checking out the channel. Golden Axe is become my new favorite Arcade1UP machine that I have in the Basement Arcade. The replay value is unparalleled, so anybody who's thinking about getting into Arcade1UP and is looking to purchase their first cabinet, I highly recommend Golden Axe as the first cabinet purchase. A lot of great games, and I've been playing this one more than anything else down here. You know, actually, I thought NBA Jam was going to be one of my favorites. To tell you the truth, that's getting less play than any other Arcade1UP games right now, mainly because of COVID, I can't have people over in the Basement Arcade, and it's always more fun to play with my friends. And the dedicated network that NBA Jam has that allows you to play with others online is pretty fun, but it's not as fun as standing right next to your friends, talking trash, you know, that kind of thing. So NBA Jam has moved off of Cabinet Row. It's off to the side. I'll show you where it is when I do a little walk around video next, but as of right now, I'm gonna just chat for a little bit. As you all know, Outrun has been released. It's the first racing cabinet that Arcade1UP has come out with. It has the racing wheel, it has the pedals, really cool design. Am I gonna get one? No. I didn't grow up playing Outrun in the arcades that much. I like Outrun, I've played it. It's not my favorite racing game. If Arcade1UP releases a Crusn USA, Crusn World, you know, kind of cabinet, I would definitely buy that, 100%. That would definitely be purchased for the Basement Arcade. I grew up playing Crusn USA. I had Crusn USA on Nintendo 64. That was one of the first cartridge releases for the 64, and I would also always play it in the arcades whenever I would go. I actually learned how to drive stick shift in a Crusn USA unit at the arcade. I was the best at playing with manual transmission on Crusn USA. And when I went to go get my driver's license, I thought that those driving skills would translate into the real world, but sadly they didn't, because every time I would drive a stick shift, my friends had stick shift cars, and I would say, oh hey, can I drive your car? And they're like, you know how to drive a stick, right? And I thought to myself, yeah, I was so good driving stick shift in Crusn USA at the arcades, of course I can drive a stick shift car. But sadly, I would always stall, the engine would always stall out, I'd grind the gears, was not very good driving manual transmission in real life, but very good driving manual transmission in Crusn USA. And hopefully, when Arcade1UP releases, if Arcade1UP releases Crusn USA, that they would have the manual stick shift in addition to the cabinet, and it wouldn't just be automatic only. But I think it's great that Arcade1UP is taking the steps into releasing racing cabinets. They're releasing light gun games like Big Buck Hunter World coming out. I'm not going to get those light gun games either. I'm holding out for Area 51, and Area 51 and Crusn USA, I believe those are both Midway titles. So since Arcade1UP got the Midway license to do Mortal Kombat, I would hope that they get the license to do Crusn USA and do Area 51 at some point, maybe within the next year. I've heard rumors through other channels dedicated to home arcade content that Arcade1UP is going to be releasing Time Crisis as its next light gun release. Don't quote me on that, but I've just overheard things through different chat rooms about that. But still, they're making monumental leaps into releasing new types of technology, even despite the fact that the pandemic has a chokehold on us right now. So, if you're going to ask me, hey Seaneleous, are you going to buy the At Games Legends Ultimate? Are you going to buy anything new with Arcade coming out with their new cabinets? They got the Dragon's Lair, they got the Double Dragon ones coming out. Those look really cool, and At Games also has some really cool releases. But for me personally, I'm all about the dedicated cabinets with the original artwork, with the light-up marquees. And also, I don't like to have thousands of games on one cabinet. I prefer to only have a few per cabinet because I tend to get analysis paralysis when I have access to hundreds or thousands of games at one time. I don't spend a lot of time playing the games, so when I come down into the basement arcade and I have maybe like an hour window of opportunity to play these games, I don't like to think, oh man, I have so many games to choose from. You'd spend 10, 15, 20 minutes deciding what game you want to play and then really not getting that much gameplay time in. So for me personally, that's why Golden Axe here works great, because there's 5 games. All 5 games are amazing and they have a lot of replay value, and I only have 5 games to choose from, and so it just saves me the time of having to go through a long list of new games or thinking about downloading new games. And I like the aesthetic of having multiple cabinets, all with the original artwork. So if I'm not looking to venture into any other products that advertise that they have tons of games, but I would prefer to stick with purchasing the dedicated cabinets. The pinball that's coming out did catch my eye, specifically the Star Wars pinball. I would maybe be interested in buying that in the future, but pretty much I'm happy with what I got. Like, I'm really not looking to add anything new for the time being, especially after I've really been digging Golden Axe. So if Area 51 comes out as a light gun game, if Crusn USA comes out as a driving cab, if Arcade1UP does both of those, I would green light the purchase on those. And I'm also considering buying one of their virtual pinball units, because I think Arcade1UP is great. They have great quality products, and I just fixed the Galaga joystick on the Arcade1UP Galaga unit in the back. The last video I released was a tech video talking about how that whole process went, and that was relatively easy. It wasn't extremely difficult, so I feel confident that if anything were to happen with these, there's a big enough Arcade1UP community that's reselling parts, in addition to there being a wealth of resources on how to repair these things, that I could go about doing the tech myself. So I'm just really happy with what Arcade1UP has released and how I've been able to grow this basement arcade in the last year. I mean, last year at this time, if you go backwards into my videos, from last year at this time, I released a video on December 18th of last year. I know that because today is my friend Meyer's birthday, so happy birthday, Meyer. Always enjoyed having Meyer chill down here in the basement arcade. If you go back to December of 18th last year, I only had 3 cabinets down here. And that was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which was my first one that I bought. Then I had Galaga, and then I had Mortal Kombat. And I was more than happy with those 3 last year. Now I'm up to 7 down here, and frankly, that's more than enough. Like, 7 arcade cabinets with tons of games to choose from is perfect for this space. And I don't need a ton of them. I'm just really happy with what I got, and I really want to save purchasing these cabinets and save the space for releases that I'm really excited about. And so I'm just going to wait on it. Patience is a virtue. Thank you for watching this video, everyone. Thank you for those who continue to subscribe, to continue to watch these videos. I will be making more content regularly in the future now that I have more time on my hands. So thank you all for watching, and as always, welcome to the Basement Arcade.